Do you think the program has influenced or changed your way of thinking about your diagnosis?
Yeah, most definitely. Many different ways. Just trying to take on a different lifestyle now, because now since I'm in remission, I have to look at more of a maintenance. Been in remission since March, and so I have to look at different ways for maintenance. And this is one way to kind of, I guess, keep the balance in my life, you know, so I'm not always kind of at a high stress, you know, because my body's already at a high stress level.
Right.
You know, I mean, how much high stress can a person really take, you know, so so this is one way to get balance.
Yes.
And that's what I look at.
Yeah, I think with this program, it's making me realize, like, you know, okay, you can still beat this. Even though they're saying it's stage 4, doing a lot of research on it, it says when you hit that stage 4 category with the cancer being in the blood like that, you have between 5 years or less. It's already been 2.5 years when I was first diagnosed with it back in 2009. I want to see what we can do. I think this is going to help out because I've changed, at least I'm hoping I'm changing a lot. I know my wife and I, we've doing a lot of changing in the diet and things like that. We're going to fight this as much as we can. And I'm hoping that with me having a more open mind, which I try to have an open mind to begin with, that I think that this program helped me. And I'm hoping that we can get it.
Yeah, I've had diagnosed with prostate cancer about a year ago. And immediately I was in panic mode because I thought that, oh my gosh, I'm going to get cancer, and everything that goes along with that is going to be really, really trouble. So my daughter, who's an acupuncturist, and she, by the way, represents the Bita's one race.
Yes.
And she told me, she says, I think the best thing for you to do is to get associated with this wellness program with cancer. So I was somewhat skeptical, but I've been doing it now for 6 months, twice a week, and I've been very religious in coming, and it's been remarkable the results I've experienced. I've felt at times very depressed. I come in here and fill out the little form and indicate how I felt, and they would do the appropriate treatment, and within a few days I would feel a lot better. And it's not just the mental part of it. There's a lot of physical parts that go along with this. It's really helped me. For instance, the knee problem that I've been experiencing over the past several years. Just about a month ago, I walked in and I could hardly walk.
Exactly.
The knee was really acting up, and they used the treatment called the Bachman technique, and I've been in just the day after. Just a remarkable difference in how my knee felt. Because I also march in the Washington Redskins marching band, and you got to be in shape to do those kind of things.
Right.
So every session since then, I've been having that treatment, and it's been, you know, remarkable. I even go off the medication that I've been on.
Isn't that?
Hi, Sophia, and the Living Well with Cancer program kind of came along about the time when it was kind of, well, what is there? I mean, what am I doing here? And it fit really neatly for us. We came out here for your a 2-day seminar.
Right, the
Redefining Health that we did, which was really not acupuncture at all, but it helped a lot with communication with my wife. It was a broad introduction to what you guys do here, and it was a really big opportunity for me to kind of open up and share in a way that I hadn't with people I didn't know even, you know, what was going on. And I think all of that was both normalizing for me, like, you know, yeah, well, I've got cancer, but it's not that bad, and something I could share. It was getting comfortable talking about it, which I think is good for you. And it's led, obviously, to the acupuncture program, which I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works, but, you know, I've come with several different ailments. And it's worked really well. So that's really neat.
Really good. So how would you describe some of the benefits that you believe you're receiving from this program?
I think probably one of the benefits is the fact that I get the chance to relate to other people that have this cancer. Not necessarily the same type I have, but we all have cancer. and how they're coping with it and things like that, and how they benefit from it. I'm thinking, well, maybe that might work for me.
And I also observed, having participated in the program also, that, I felt this real shift taking place during the month that I was here, where there was a real sense of, it felt to me that there was a real sense of community, and that this was a partnership.
Oh, by far. I think it started out as, it took us a while to get to know and to kind of gel. But then when we did gel, that, and once when you start hearing the readings, I think that's so nice. I like that. I think that just makes you just feel even more calmer and such. So it definitely is a partnership. Definitely.
Well, yeah, it made me come to grips with it a lot easier. Because again, I was kind of down in the doldrums, and like we all do when unfortunate things happen, it's why me, why this, and why now. But coming here and experiencing not just the treatments, but the feelings of the others that are involved in the program, and that's part of the treatment as well. We're all family. That's what I consider, and I give everyone a big hug before I leave every session. So.
That's true.
And I'd just like to add that it's, like I said, I've been doing this for 6 months, and it's remarkable the consistency that I get when every month we have a new group that comes in and does the treatment, and there's no drop-off whatsoever. Everybody does a great job. They know exactly what they do. They're very businesslike. You can tell it's a reflective of the training that they've received here.
It's kind of like wholeness. And Sophia has really helped me with that. In terms of like emotions, like the fact that we could sit kind of together in a community setting, it allowed us to feel not as alone. And then when I was feeling down, I think it helped for me to see other people having their good days and their bad, and each of us would kind of come to terms with our feelings, and then so we kind of take turns. Like one person would be crying one week, and then and it wouldn't be like a sad kind of crying, but it kind of like cathartic or freeing
And shared.
And then afterwards, like they were just really loving, and I got hugged.
I think one of the most valuable things it's been for me, beyond the treatment and that stuff, is really the point you made earlier, which is being part of a community here where you're able to share your experiences. And it's sharing, both within that group and also the larger group activities that you've done, where you really recognize that this isn't just, about me, it's stuff that happens to other people, and that sharing really, makes it possible for you to better combat and overcome that particular
The
cancer.
challenges of life.
Because you've learned to live in the now, the here and the now. And the acupuncture, like we just were saying, is it allows you to lose the tension and feel relaxed and be able to process things in a much more optimistic frame of mind. That in and of itself allows you to focus on the nutritional angle. It allows you to focus on the meditation angle. It allows you to reach out to healing touch and to a variety of other things that really are part of the whole puzzle that you should bring together. And one of my favorite things that I share is that when I'm laying there and the needles are in, and I just have my eyes half open, that I see the practitioners walking around, taking people's socks off or their shoes off, and just covering us up with such love that it's like, it's almost like watching like the bees, with such love, tending to like flowers, and I really feel that tending, loving, and it's allowed me to kind of see medicine and even chemo and radiation as healing, because it's all part of that. The other part is that the needles, because they have this little bit of pain in them, but everyone's so good at it, not much, but I guess it's also helped me with my with how I feel about pain, like the deep philosophical issues of like pain and what does pain mean, and especially with like cancer, a lot of things have been very painful, and I guess Sophia has helped me recognize kind of that pain comes with this lesson, that there is no useless pain. I don't know how else to say it, but there is no pain that is not that does not have meaning.
Well, for me, it's been an extension from the traditional Western medicine into a broader range of allied disciplines that I think have complemented the Western medicine treatments that I've gotten. And
right. In addition to, this has been a nice addition too.
Absolutely. It's complementary, but it extends in a way that traditional Western doctors don't really deal with. And it's really gotten to be a rhythm for me in terms of looking forward to it. It's for the treatment, but it's also, there's a bonding that goes on with the clinicians, the practitioners, and the group as well. So it's a built-in kind of community.
There's a sense of community,
Exactly.
And partnership in this healing circle, that's created in the treatment room.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
that initial trepidation about the needles was pretty easily abated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because they told me, they said, you just have to relax. They said, breathe in and breathe out. And as I go out, I'm waiting for them to do that, and they're moving on to the next spot because they only got the needle in. It was great.
Well, again, I would highly recommend it for people that are in those situations, and if they know somebody, please make mention of this program because it'll work
Because of
wonders.
my favorite
Trust me.
quote that I shared, which was, the end of the world for the caterpillar, the butterfly knows is only a beginning.